All right. Where do I begin? So behind me, I have my 180SX. This thing's been sitting right there for about 6 years now, coming on to 7 years. Just haven't had the opportunity to get it out drifting on the track or anything in such a long time. And I'm starting to get the bug back. I don't know why, but went to a few events with some of the boys and just sort of watching them drive, and I really do miss it. And I definitely think that I sort of want to elevate the level of videos that I'm creating for sim, but also relate it to real life. Oh God, full sun, this sucks balls, what the fuck? I'll wait for full sun to go away. Oh, I don't think it is. Fuck, hang on. I guess that'll do. God, I'm squinting now, and it's so sunny. Oh, that's better. Welcome to the walk around of the 180SX drift car. So I purchased this car about 12 years ago now, quite a long time ago. And it was blue in color, and it had a mixture and match of body kits and panels on it. It was a bit all over the shop, and it was powered by a CA18 DET. It was manual, it had a Niz tune on it, but it was running horrible. So the car only made about 90 kilowatts. It's probably like about 150 horsepower, maybe even less than that. And I drove like that for a few events. And although learning on low power really did teach me, I guess, some basic fundamentals on the car, then shifting from that, we ended up getting a retune done, changing fuel pumps and a few other little bits and pieces that was holding the car back. And we ended up making about 130 kilowatts on like 18 pounds of boost. And I guess back then, in those days, it wasn't really about caring about having 1 million horsepower, where back then, 12, 13 years ago, if you had, 400 horsepower in a car or 300 kilowatts, man, your car was an absolute animal. It was an absolute animal. So we're all driving low horsepower cars, driving on scrap tires, whatever you could find, just getting out there and just having fun with your mates. And that's sort of where it all started. And then I guess it snowballed from there. Then the Japan trip sort of came in, which you can see some of the previous videos. I've uploaded my Japan trips. It was the 2015 one. That was 10 years ago now. And that Japan trip, I remember coming home and selling my daily driver just to buy a 1J engine and gearbox package, which is in this thing here. See, this is Melbourne. It is sunny, but I'm getting rained on. All right, I'm gonna move this in there. I moved the chair. I'm still outside, but it has stopped raining and I moved for no reason. But yeah, then as I was saying, I ended up doing the 1J conversion and the twins just kind of didn't work at all. So then I was like, well, nice excuse to go a big old single. But the big old single that I ended up choosing was a TD06. So the 1J with the TD06 package just really comes hand in hand, full boost by 3.5 grand. And it made, I think it was about 320 kilowatts. So it's about 440 horsepower, give or take, on 19 pounds of boost, E85, and yeah, she just loved it on song the whole time. Then I guess it kind of takes me in two directions now. It's been about 6 years since I've driven the car, quite some time. And in that meantime, I've only basically been sim drifting the entire time and going to some events, and just, life gets in the way and bits and pieces. But yeah, it makes me think, do I want to clean this up and go take it out for some more seat time, or do I want to turn it into more of a street car, and looking at getting it all done properly and engineered and all that? Or do I want to just sort of make it work and just go have fun with the car again? One side of me wants a nice street car because I don't have a nice street car. I drive a beat up old Yaris around because it's just cheap as hell, and why not? And then I sort of miss my JZX 100 street car. But then at the same time I go, but when am I ever going to own a 180SX drift car ever again? Because these prices are through the roof. So I'm sort of stuck in two minds, and I think I've sort of made the decision only recently that I kind of want to get back out on track again. Alrighty, these are going to be rusted as fuck. Oh, and there's a spider there. Great start. And spider web, and there we are. This is the old girl. So as you can see, like, the 1J fit in the engine bay quite nicely. I did use a kit that allowed, it's a conversion kit for a 1J to sit in an S13. I did have to cut the rad support, so that was probably gonna knock back my engineering dream of making this a street car. But yeah, I'll bring it a bit closer and you guys can take a look. And I guess the main question is, what is there to do? What do I need to do to get this car back into a driving state? And well, the answer is quite a lot. I mean, when the car sits for 6+ years, it's got 6-year-old E85 in it, all of the rubber lines need to go, all the fluids need to go, coilovers are shot, the clutch, I remember from the final event that I did, it was slipping. There's probably a decent amount of money that needs to go into this thing. Now, is it all gonna happen at once? Probably not. But I'm hoping I'm able to do it bit by bit, piece by piece, and actually create some sort of content or something out of it to make it a little bit more fun and enjoyable along the way. And plus, from the get-go, when I first bought this car 12 years ago, I originally wanted to, document it. I wanted to record videos and talk about it and show the highs and lows, but I guess I never had the confidence to do so. But I thought, hey, why not now? Why not on the rebuild? I put together a little parts list, and the parts list, it varies from the little knickknacks through to bigger things like, a set of BC coilovers and bits and pieces, but that all does take time. I think the list ended up working out to being about 15 to 16,000 AUD to get this car back into an operating state. That's not including if I wanted to rebuild the engine or rebuild the gearbox or anything like that. It's just simply replacing the wearable parts that have corroded and damaged over time. And then due to technology getting better, Power FCs aren't the best thing since sliced bread anymore. Well, back in the day, they used to suffice. Now there's so many fail-safes, there's Link, there's Haltech, there's all these big and amazing brands. But those ECUs on their own for a kit, they're like $3,000. They're so bloody expensive. I guess I just wanted to create this video today just to sort of showcase like where the car's been, because throughout when I was streaming on Twitch like 2-3 years ago, when I was making more consistent content, people used to always say like, where's your 180? We never see photos of it, never see videos of it. And I thought, why not create a video? But yeah, that about wraps it up, to be honest with you. A little bit of a hint on what we need to actually get done to get the car up and running. Mind you, the list is probably about 20-30 lines long on an Excel spreadsheet. But the more daunting matter is going to be that $15,000 bill at the end of it, which I'm not looking forward to. But look, if we can start chipping away bit by bit, I'll get the boys over and we just sort of make a bit of fun with it. I think it'll be all right. I think it'll work out. But thanks everyone for sticking around. If you've stuck around this far, I really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the sub button and throw down a comment. Any sort of help along the way is always great. Any sort of comments about particular parts or things that you think that may help me down the line, man, be sure to flick through a comment or even hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys either on the sim or in the garage. Peace.